move. I'm a unit. Dominoes, we gon' knock it down. Fuck your movement. I was chilling real quick.
What is going on, guys? This is your boy DJ PRS, and I'm over here with.
Hi, my name is Sombra.
And welcome to the Weapon of Choice podcast of 2020. We recorded two other podcast things last year after Evo, but just the audio didn't come out well, so I kind of just squashed all of it, and I uploaded videos onto the channel that is more dead than my channel itself, so I'm going to try to revive this one first before I do anything else. So as people all know, the EVO 2020 announcements, game announcements just happened not that long ago. Video to my reaction will be in the link in the description down below. But if we go on to the actual showcase of them, we have the 9 games, right? 9?
9 games.
9 games. So we have Street Fighter V Champion Edition, which hasn't even came out yet, but it's literally DLC Edition times 4, featuring Knuckles.
Times 3.
Is it 3?
Yeah, because the Street Fighter V, then there's Arcade
Edition,
now
Champion Edition. And then we have Tekken 7, also known as Leroy 7 right now. Still, even after Leroy was somewhat not really nerfed. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Then they added Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which is a new game that's coming out in March. Then we have Eunice from last year.
Updated.
Yeah, because it's Controller or Solar.
CR, yeah.
Yeah. Clur.
Clear.
Dragon Ball Fighters, which is Goichi Simulator. Soul Calibur 6, Sam Show, and then as a 20th anniversary, well, not 20th, or 20th birthday, they brought back the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Champions Tournament, which is a 8-man invitational, and the first 4 were already announced. Shout out to my boy Jay Wong. I can't wait to see that live. You think there's going to be main stage?
I don't think it's going to be main stage.
What?
I think it's going to be Saturday evening.
But think about it this way. This is... Okay, so we're literally just jump right into this. I see it this way. It has to be main stage for this reason only. Mr. Wiz is personally donating $10,000 to the pot. Minimum. And they're looking for multiple sponsors. And they already have 3 secret sponsors. They said they're already going to put more into the pot. This can be almost a $50,000, almost $100K tournament.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say most at $25K.
No. Remember, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Third Strike, and Soul Calibur 3. No? Was it 2?
It was Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition.
Turbo Edition, that's right. And one of the Soul Calibur games were the original 3 games that got people really hyped and ready for FGC.
Yeah.
Those were the babies. Okay? That has to put some weight and emotion towards people wanting to see that Sunday.
But I just don't see it following suit. I mean, it has main stage potential, don't get me wrong. Especially after it pretty much created the whole FGC environment. But
it's Marvel, baby.
I know it's Marvel. But still, it has that potential where it may just be a Saturday event where everybody can be there to watch instead of just having to pay extra to go watching, you know?
I mean that is true, but the game can be quick as fuck or it can be long as fuck.
Or it can just be a juggle fest with infinites.
You're talking about Storm Cable Wolverine?
Yep.
So, what are you entering in this year?
I am going for Tekken 7, possibly Smash, but definitely Grand Blue.
Did you, because you played that at PAX, right?
I played Grand Blue at PAX and last year's Evo.
It was there last year's Evo?
It was there at last year's Evo. It was just pretty much at Alpha Stage.
Oh, okay.
They only had like 5 or 6 characters there.
Okay, so you got more characters than I did, because I played Grand Blue at E3, and those were like 4 characters, 2 boys and 2 girls.
I played Lancelot a little bit though.
Okay, so there was 5 characters in it, because I forgot Lancelot was in it. I'm entering Tekken 7. I'm entering Dragon Ball Fighters, of course, and then I'm also entering Grand Blue. I've had a couple of the guys ask me if I was going to play Smash. Smash is no longer in my heart like that.
After what happened last year, yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, but also, given also the fact that I've been called not a sellout somewhat because of the Smash Brothers tattoo on my chest, but people tend to forget that, yes, it was Smash Bros, like that's the tattoo, but it's the story behind it, which was traveling to New York to participate in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Not just Smash Bros in general, but just the memory of it. So at that point, I'll tell you, go eat a stick. Really nasty stick, a sticky stick. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like every year I always hope that the game that I play the most is in there. But then when the rumors go, oh no, it's dying, it's not going to be in there. And then when Mr. Wiz goes, there's a lot of fighting in there with a lot of Z characters, I was like, let's go! Let's go! I was so hype. I smacked the microphone and my mom told me to shut up. It was awesome.
I kind of snuck out watching the stream at work while taking out the trash, so I just pulled out my phone, just started have the stream in my pocket, and just started listening to it while taking out the trash. So,
was any of these games you're surprised that made it or was stood in there?
I was surprised by Grand Blue, just by the way it's more footsies type of style.
But so is Sam Show. Sam Show's mega footsies.
Yeah, that's true. But Sam Show has a lot of history behind it. Grand Blue, not so much.
Of course. But wasn't Sam Show exactly what Grand Blue is now?
Pretty much, because it got announced before it even got released.
Yeah.
People are scared about having Sam Show being tanked. But of course, nah.
No, it's right now considered one of the FGG staples. So, from what I read, Tekken, Street Fighter, and any Arc system game are considered the staples of FGC and EVO, whether it's Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, or I guess now Fighters, because there's always that somewhat cartoonish 2D, 3D fighting aspect of how like the character designs and how the movements are, and then you have a non-fighting game which is Smash.
This is almost like a Japan Evo type of set list.
Yeah, and then but isn't Eunice Arc System as well? No, it's not, right?
No, it's not.
What is it?
Shoot. I can check.
I'll do it here so that the keyboard doesn't make noise. No, that's hentai. Let's definitely not do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Oh, it is Arcs.
Oh, okay. Making me sound dumb and
But
stuff.
it's also Sega and Axis too.
Oh, okay. So it's more of it's a Nippon Ichi as well.
Yep.
Okay, that's why it's a Sega game. So it wouldn't be it would be a Arc System Sega game because that's what.
Axis. It would be more Axis than Arc Systems because Axis has a different type of playstyle.
That is true. So one of the main reasons why I'm doing this podcast, also to kick off, how 2020 is, but also to make an announcement that Sami doesn't even know about. As some people who do follow me on social media, they do know that I am have been developing a hearing problem going on for the past almost 2 years now, where I pretty much have lost all hearing in my left ear, to the point where I can hear vibrations and sometimes can hear words coherently. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
If it's loud enough, but I have constant pain in my left ear, and as of this week, a few days ago, my right ear started developing the same pain. On Monday, which will be the 10th, I have a follow-up with my audiologist, but given how I already have dealt with this before, it looks like my right ear is finally going out. So depending on what they say on Monday, this might be my last Evo and also my last time competing in any professional fighting games. Just to kind of keep whatever hearing I have left. Because I put myself through a lot of strain trying to focus and trying to muffle certain noises because my right ear, since my right ear is my dominant ear, when I compete, I can focus on the game with my eyes, but my ear starts to try to listen to everything else around me. So I put my headphones on loud, and that really messed up the hearing more, even with the hearing aid and whatnot. So this year I'm going all out for the end of the season. I'm going to be competing in a lot of tournaments and events, but this literally could be it. I'm putting that on record now just because if Monday they say, you know what, you can do better, but I was already told when I got my first hearing aid was that my left ear is pretty much done, and the way how the virus kind of spread, it's probably that it's going to affect my right ear, and it's going to my hearing can go away immediately, or it can go away in like 10 years. There's no actual date. It's also dependent on how your body develops it. So, I was really expecting me to lose hearing somewhat in the distant future. But the big man upstairs was like, nah, fam, we gonna do it tomorrow. Yeah, it's a tough thing. I don't want to give up, but I'm not really giving up. It's more the fact is I'm trying to go out with a bang, but also go knowing that I tried my hardest, and I will continue to try my hardest all the way up until Evo. My goal is to make it out of 5-day pools. I always end up in either losers semifinals or losers quarterfinals.
Welcome to my world.
So I just want to make it a Saturday. If I can make it a Saturday, I have accomplished everything. Because, like...
But that's not always going to be the case, because there could be first round of pools in the morning, then another second round of pools in the evening. So...
Fuck.
Yeah.
Thanks for shitting on my dream, Sombra.
I'm not trying to shit on your dreams, just trying to let you know.
Watch it be like that day, and I'm like Twitter, and I'm like, how come nobody told me this?
I'd rather it be me than anybody else.
Yeah. But how do you feel about that?
I mean, of course, I know about your hearing loss and about how your writer kind of a few days ago. But I'd say, don't let this be like the end of your FGC thing. Because even going deaf, you can still play.
Yes, which I know we talked about that in the past as well. It's... And I know maybe some people in the chat, or if you know, because I'm literally going to post this everywhere. Because... people with physical disabilities, you know, example like Broly legs.
I was about to reference him too.
Yeah, he found a way to adapt, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is my thing, and I'm not shitting on Broly legs or not doing that. It's one thing to never have something, then it's to have something your whole life and then lose it. And with the way how my mentality is, the fact that I won't be able to not even hear the buttons clicking in my hand, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't even pay attention to buttons clicking in general.
But I do. And actually you do, because you can play the whole time you're button mashing, huh? I can hear it. I can hear it. Okay?
Right, I can hear it.
Okay. But then the moment I hear, bro, but I can't. How fucked up would that be? But
like I said, I don't usually pay attention to my hands clicking on buttons. I usually try to watch more of the screen itself.
Okay.
To read opponents. That's it.
Okay. You read opponents, right? And you listen to the crowd and the hype too when you compete, because I hype you up and shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I can't do that. even with my hearing now, because that throws me the fuck off, and you know that. So I have these headphones right here.
Yeah, I know.
Blasting the edgiest fucking music to keep myself composed on either some Suicide Boys, some XXS Tentacion. One time I was listening to Little Skies. I don't even know who that dude is. But the music was slapping, right? If I can't hear this, or if all I hear is vibration, like around my ear, just kind of bouncing off in like eardrums, that's discouraging. That's I want not humiliating, not embarrassing. It's depressing. Like,
I wouldn't go that far.
For me personally.
I would just say, yeah, it sucks. But
Well, that's you though.
yeah, that's me. That's me.
You know, and it sounds very hypocritical too, because I fuck around a lot. I am a troll. I am an asshole.
Oh, I know.
But
I try to prevent you from doing such things.
but when shit is very passionate to me, you know, I defend that shit with my life. And the fact that I can't even protect myself from myself, fuck, bro.
Well, don't let this affect your passion. If this is your passion, keep to it.
My passion is content creation and entertaining. If I can't work on audio and video and making content with my videos of me playing my games, my combo videos, my rage quit montages, you see where I'm getting? You see how that snowballs?
I see what you mean.
It fucking sucks, bruh. So like, and this is one of the things where I was talking to my mom about it. We were like, because I'm not gonna lie, money's been tight, and I've been having this small pain for a while, and it came to a point where I couldn't even afford batteries for my hearing aid, so I haven't been wearing it. But then also I was working on a job that would not let me wear my hearing aid because it was Bluetooth connecting. And this job was like no outside electronics, whatever, like nothing. So for a good month and a half,
Then I just would have gone to the ADA and just gone with them for. But that's a whole different.
yeah, that's a whole nother scenario.
Yeah.
But the main thing was like, I've been bearing this pain, but you guys also seen it too. Like, you guys will say something and I don't really hear you, or I go, huh, what? That's because it's been getting worse. But I just been fighting through it. And my mom went ape shit on me. She was like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell us this? And I'm like, I don't have the fucking money for the copay. And she's like, but what do you mean? I'm like, well, they're gonna have me pay $30 to $40 to go see them, for them to tell me, you need the other hearing aid. And your hearing's gone, so that's gonna be another $200. She's like, so then we get the money. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how, Sway? And then she's like, and this is where I understand from her point of view, but then she also doesn't understand that in this generation, and I'm doing this, in this generation,
My dad.
me and my youngins, in this generation, we can't really take the lickings like they did. You know, we can only take so much downfall until we want to pick ourselves up and do something for ourselves, and then go back to laying down in the dirt.
Right.
So she told me, she's like, well, the time that they give you money so that you can go compete, she said, that could have been your copay right there. I was like, fuck. But I was like, but look at the shit that happened beforehand. I needed to go to this so that I can be myself.
Right.
And she was like, well, sometimes you have to decide whether you want to be yourself or be alive. And I'm like, it's not really killing me, but I understand what you're talking about, because she's talking about health in general.
Right.
So that's why I didn't fight with her on that, but I was like, fuck, you're... Sir?
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to silence that. technical difficulties.
It's mayhem.
Shut that shit off. Good ma'am. Shout out to watered down beverage. What's it? Shout out to Bev.
Shout out to Bev, Mo.
Yeah, but no, it's just, that's the main thing. It's just this is how I feel. I want to hear your points inside from everything, especially since this is our 4th year competing.
Yeah.
You know, we've all grown. We can grow a lot more, but
I just want to forget the first year. That's it.
You just want to forget the first year?
You already know why.
Well, lucky that you said that, because this is the part of the segment where we talk about our Evo fails. So, we're going to come back to his thoughts and stuff on me retiring after this year. But, Sombra, if you can, I want you to talk about your personal experience of Evo 2014, 2013, 2015.
2016.
It's 2016? Yeah, 16, 17, 19, 20. Yeah. So Evo 2016, from your side of view, your point of view, and then the parts that I'm involved in it, then I'll chime in. So and since even though this video is gonna be pushed everywhere, we are using all the names. We're not doing person A, person B. So call-outs are much appreciated.
So, 2016 first Evo, hyped as hell.
Fuck.
Well, just being there in general. And after getting my badge.
Oh, so we're starting right from Vegas? We're not even talking about the car ride prior?
Nah, because I want to forget that part.
No, the whole point is to talk about it.
No, fuck that, because I was just... To be honest, I just wanted to be myself, but you and fucking Sean just got annoying as shit, so I just put on my headphones.
Whoa, that's right. You pulled the Akira the first trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's we're not gonna talk about that then. You're right. My bad though. Might be.
This one will set you off because I don't like them.
Okay.
So, after I got my badge, walking back to the hotel at the Excalibur. I met.
Fuck.
Yep. Maximilian and dudes.
Fucking.
Just walking. They're walking towards the badges. I'm walking back.
The fucking racist paladin. The dude.
The dude. But yeah, I took a picture with him and Kenny.
His black friend.
He has 2 black friends.
Okay.
Sir.
Sorry.
Sir.
His black one.
And I told him sorry about what happened to Eddie's ending story for Tekken 7.
Oh shit! Yeah. Getting bodied by Chloe.
Yeah. Then day 1, pretty much it was a morning tournament. Defeated 2 people.
You had 8 AM pools, right?
Yeah. No, 10 a.m.
10 AM?
I defeated 2 people. One with a but another there was one with a bye. Then I got bye the next 2 rounds of losers, so I ended up in loser semis. Walked around, met Yoshinori Ono.
That's right.
With my friends Justin and Kristen, and I still apologize for not getting them involved in the picture. But yeah, then met.
Wait, you actually? That's right. You did have friends from here.
Yeah. I didn't even know they were gonna be there, to be honest.
Yo, that communication skill's on point, bruh.
Right.
Communication 20.
Then we hung around. We went to Harada's booth. Got an exclusive Jin Kazama signed by him and took a picture with him.
You still have that?
I still have the Jin Funko Pop.
That's right.
Then met Xavier Woods, aka Awesome Creed, playing Windjammers, joined him.
He's a Creed? He's the real Creed.
God damn it.
When you put two and
Can't even let me finish my story.
I'm sorry. You caught me off with that one.
Took a picture with him after playing Windjammers.
You sent me that photo.
Yeah. Then ended up in his YouTube video at the very end.
And we'll play that video right now.
And what else? That was pretty much it for day one.
That was Up Down Down channel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Day two was kind of a blur. I don't remember anything from day two. And I didn't even drink.
I remember stuff from day two. So can I?
Fine.
Okay, so day two. So mind you, I'm going to do a quick backstory on my part. I attended EVO, but I did not participate in EVO because I did not have the funds. But I still made sure that the homies had a chance to go because I was the fucking driver.
You and Sean?
Yeah, well, it was my car.
Yeah.
So everybody's life was in my hands, no matter if I was driving or not. So while everybody's having fun at EVO, I didn't even go like downstairs.
No, you didn't. You just stayed in the room the whole entire time.
I stood in the room the whole time with my PS4, and I completed Kingdom Hearts, World of Final Fantasy, and a shit ton of story mode in Injustice 2. Because that's when Scorpion just came out.
Oh.
I mean, Scorpion Sub-Zero just came out.
Injustice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then they announced Hellboy and the rest of the DLC after the fact.
Right.
Enchantress and them. So day one, everybody had fun. I was just looking at photos. Me and Sean stood up the whole time.
Well, didn't you borrow somebody's badge to try and go down there?
Sean did. Because Sean had the money. He wanted to try to get something from me, but he never did.
Of course.
Anywhooziehousing. Because remember, we had too many people in there, so I want to at least have one person in the room at all times to show that we were just like really messy, not that there was 6 of us sleeping in
one bed.
Oh no, there was 3 of us in one bed, and then we had the couple in the other bed.
Yeah.
So day 2, I'm watching speedrun videos, and Sombra comes up. That night, he was like, okay, I gotta get there early the next day to see if I can get a couple more signatures, and he wanted to pick something up. So he goes up, he leaves that early that day again, hit up the local Cinnabon, because we're at Excalibur.
Yep. So
that his 3 mornings consist of Cinnabon and then going to the venue. And then he texts me like a couple hours later, and he was like, I'm coming up. Are you in the room? Which I was always in the room because I also didn't have a key card. Kira didn't have a key card either, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, God.
Sean had a key card.
That's it.
Oh, we didn't pay for a second one.
No.
So he asked me if I'm up, and he goes, okay, I'm hungry. Do you want anything? And that was because prior to that, we did have food.
Fuck.
We did have food in the hotel room, but Sean left the cooler in the trunk overnight, and our Hot Pockets, our hot dog buns, and our something else were soaked, completely destroyed. To the point where even like the cardboard that was in the plastic around the Hot Pockets were just like merged together. So all of the money that we spent on food prior to that, done. Dunsky. Dead. And there was no microwave. Which, when we asked Sean to book the room under his card, that we requested a microwave. And as we get there and we call, they said, oh, all microwaves are checked out before you even booked your room. And to which she replies, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that. That's why I bought the George Foreman grill.
That's right.
So we were fucking making nasty ass hot pockets on a George Foreman grill that he never cleaned because nobody touched it. He's the only one that did it.
Yep.
He never cleaned it. So the room smelled like gamer, nasty ass bread, moldy bread because he didn't throw out that either. He just left it in the fucking cooler and nobody ever opened that cooler. And then just pepperoni grease from the hot pockets. Fucking disgusting. Disgusting. So Summer comes up and asks me, he goes, "Yo, Joe, are you hungry?" And I'm like, starving. He goes,
then we went to White Castle.
No, that was
before?
This is before.
Oh shit, okay.
He said, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I want Popeyes." Because there was a Popeyes, there was a pickup sticks, there was a hot dog on a stick all across from each other. Right, and then on the right side it was a Krispy Kreme and a Cinnabon.
Yeah.
He buys me the Popeyes, and then he ended up buying himself something else on top of another Cinnabon. And we sat there and we ate, and then he leaves again. So I'm by myself again for another few hours until Sean comes back into the room, smelling like stank because he never took a shower in there.
That's right.
And he plopped himself on the armchair next to the AC unit. It was me, Akira, Sombra, Sean, our buddy Duncan, and his girlfriend Julie. All of us begged Sean to take a shower. And he refused to because he forgot majority of his clothes. Because he was too busy worrying about the food. Which he ended up neglecting as well.
Priorities.
Prioritize. So all he did was he had two change of shirts, no boxers, and socks.
It's nice to know that he was freeballing
it. No, he wasn't freeballing it. He just didn't have spare shorts, spare boxers. Well, he would wear basketball shorts as boxers as well but that's a whole another podcast story.
I don't want to get into that.
That boy wore cargos under his jeans.
What sense does that make?
If it protects the sack, it's okay.
No, it doesn't.
So what ended up happening was Summer couldn't stand the smell at times, so you threatened to buy Febreze and hose him down with Febreze, which Sean ended up going downstairs and buying Febreze. Did not help.
No.
Because that's just like Melee players putting Axel over themselves saying if I'm clean.
Sean in the can.
Oh, shit. So you forced yourself to stay downstairs. And then only came upstairs when it was time to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So after we ate, you left again. I stood up in the room the whole time. And then that night, later on that night, is when you and Sean walked to White Castle.
Right.
I never left the room until Sunday.
Which was time to leave.
Yeah. But then that's back to you because you had finals.
Yeah. So finals, it was me and Akira that went there. Akira went with his dojo buddies. I sat there for a while just finding out where Justin and Crystal were at because I found out they went to finals as well. Apparently I made it onto one of their highlight reels with the crowd in the crowd.
That's right. You took a photo of that as well, or screenshot.
Screenshot it. Then hung out with Justin and Kristen until after Tekken was done. Then we just booked it after that.
Yeah, we had a long ass drive ahead of us. So, what was the worst part of that trip that you want to forget?
Just dealing with Sean in general.
Okay. So, it wasn't when he punched me in the chest after I was violently intoxicated.
That's you.
Oh, okay. You weren't trying to defend the homie's honor?
Much as I want to, I'm a non-violent person.
Could have told him to stop.
What we would do? What would you do?
Make me.
Yeah, exactly.
In that exact voice. Make me. I gotta say, the worst part of that trip for me is when I shit myself.
Why do I have to know that?
How do you not remember that?
Listen, it's been 4 years, okay?
So every Saturday night of Evo, we have what we call a family dinner. And what we end up doing is
We went to Excalibur's.
we go to the buffet of whatever hotel that we're in, or whichever hotel sounds good and affordable at that time. Because even homies we didn't pay, we would still pay for them because that's family dinner and nobody's missing out on that. So what we do is when we sit there and we get our food, we talk about how Evo went, what upset them, what they can improve on, and what they were hype about the most. Well, I was hyped because it was my first Evo.
Same.
Even though I didn't compete, I was happy to see my boys get hype about the games that they were playing, and then getting to see their placements that day, or watching them either get super hyped, super pissed off. And what ended up happening was your boy likes to divulge in some chalky milk at the end of his dinner, only at buffets.
We're going to get into this argument, aren't we?
And what I like to do is I like to have a chilled drink, so I put ice in my chalky milk.
That's a demon's way.
That's not the demon's way.
That's a demon's way.
The Lord said...
The Lord said shit.
The Lord said, if thy chalky milk is warm, throw some ice in that bit. So what I do, I threw some ice in that bit.
You don't throw ice in the bed, you put ice around it, okay?
I'm about to ask you a question, but then it's going to piss off the chat later on.
Let's do it then.
If you jump in the pool and you're underwater, are you wet or are you dry?
You going with this method, man?
And that converts to, if your chalky milk is warm and you throw some ice in that bit, is it iced up or is it chilled?
It's iced.
It's chilled.
It's iced. Wait. Think of iced coffee.
You mean diluted bean water?
Think of iced coffee. Because that's what pretty much you're doing to chocolate milk.
Lies.
No, it's not.
Lies.
No, it's not. Because same thing they do with milk, they put creamer in the coffee. And since they're both milk substitutes, you're putting ice in milk.
It's chilled.
It's
and I'm
iced.
sticking to it.
It's iced. You can just deny it all you want.
In the chat, in the comment section down below, tell me, is it chilled or is it iced? So, back to the time I boo-booed myself. So, I had around 6 cups of chocolate milk that night.
God damn.
And Sean finally realized how much he fucked up that whole trip. That he got paid that night before with his check. And he ended up buying a whole bunch of alcohol for the room. And I know you remember this clearly. Because that's when I found the Tall Boys for the Mike's Hard Black Cherry.
Yep.
And we found the tequila that was cheap. The Bacardi. Oh, no, it was the Patron and the Bacardi. I finished the Tall Boys by myself.
Because that was when you went down to the
24/7
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I ended up doing was what I ended up doing was buying that. Took a whole bunch of shots. You never drank with us. You still don't drink with us.
I think it's a bad thing.
It is.
Whatever.
Because we cracking cold ones with the boys.
Did you order me the Midori?
Yes.
Okay.
Midori 2020 confirmed. So, hanging out with the boys. I finished the 2 Tall Boys by myself. Took 3 shots of tequila. Made a Bacardi and Dr. Pepper. And then I remember...
Absolutely nothing.
I remember waking up the next morning in the bed by myself.
Yeah, because I was sleeping on the floor.
Bookie butt naked underneath the sheets.
Which is every day.
Oh yeah, we always have that fight.
Yeah.
Bookie butt naked, but this time I remember I had clothes on the whole time. But
for one night.
For one night, because we were sleeping bro style, and we made a fucking equal bar, an equal sign. What the fuck, equal bar? An equal sign in the middle of the bed, and then Akira ended up taking the pillows that we threw on the floor and making his own bed in the corner.
Yeah.
and so Sombra's on the floor that night, pissed off as fuck, because I was not letting anybody into the bed. Even though he paid for majority of the room that time. Later on in the rest of this pocket, we're going to discuss about paying more to get priority bed spots. But since I was driving, I'm like, I'm getting a fucking bed. I don't give a fuck.
But that's for that next year.
Yeah, so we wake up, everybody's ready, packing, ready to go. The boys, Sabra and Akira have finals. So me, Sean, Duncan, and Julie are all packing up, trying to make it somewhat easy for the maid to clean. Not really. Julie ended up leaving a huge tip and writing sorry because we had like the fucking cooler that broke apparently. He left the George Foreman grill.
Of course he did.
Because that shit was gunked up. And it was just like a whole bunch of shit like that. Which thank God things were on his card at that time. Because like I bet you he got charged. He had to.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm in basketball shorts, flip flops, and one of the t-shirts that barely fit me at the time. It was a rough year for me. So I'm sitting there, and I am hungover as shit. I got the bubble guts to the max. And Sean's like, I'm hungry, let's go get some pizza. And I'm like, okay. So it's me, Sean, Julie, and Duncan all sitting around eating, laughing, talking. And Julie cracked a joke. I laughed and tried to like sneak a fart in real quick.
You took the risk.
And I went, ha! And like, and as scripted as this is going to be,
please.
It's like, you ever seen the slow-mo guys and they shoot like the toilet paper cannon? And it just like, right? But imagine that at like times 30 speed. And it just went, flap! And I just sat in it. So just dookie smear all over my booty hole.
Did you even go to the bathroom and try and clean that up?
Dog, I ran to the bathroom. I had to take the escalator, run down the escalator, because there was no bathrooms on the top. All the bathrooms were by the casino.
Yeah.
So I fucking booked it, bro. Booked it to the nearest stall. And I'm like, bro, I can't even clean this up. I ended up calling Sean. And I'm like, Sean, we have an emergency. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I shit myself. And he just starts laughing.
Yeah, I figured he would.
And you can hear Duncan and Julie go, what's going on? And he goes, Joe shit himself. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. And now I'm screaming at him in the stall. So now I can bet you money that people outside the stall are like, what the fuck's going on? Why is he yelling at himself in the bathroom? So that ended up happening. He had to go all the way back to the car, grab another pair of basketball shorts from the trunk, and do that shit. And I was just like, never again. Never again I would with this guy. But thank God, because now we can go to 2016.
2017.
2017. Fucking shit. 2017. And it wasn't as bad.
No. It was just us four.
No.
Yeah, because Sean was round 2 as well. Because this is before the move out. This is before the whole lice infestation or bedbug infestation at the trailer.
Wait, so we had Sean for 2 years in a row?
Yes.
Did we really? No.
No, sorry. So
no, this year was Josh.
No, because last year was Josh.
Last year was Dre.
The year before was
Sean, Josh, Dre.
Okay, so it was 2017, 2018.
Okay, so it was this year we had Josh, and then we had Brennan and Tony.
Well, Brennan was he was on something else. Jesus Christ!
Shout out to the homie Spirit Gun. We love you, bro. You were on some shit though. But we talked about it, so we all good. We're just talking about the past, bro. The past is in the past, though.
We're bringing up the past and some gossip bitches.
So here's the tea, sis. Melee niggas be tripping. Yeah, because that's the first year. This is the first year I competed.
Yeah.
We had the WoC T-shirts from our homegirl. All of us had WoC T-shirts except for Brandon. Brandon had a WoC tank top because he has some fuckboy Melee shit.
Yeah, I still have a T-shirt in my dresser right now.
I have it in my dresser as well in my room. That shit don't fit me no more. That shit shrunk than a motherfucker.
That fits me so. But anyways, 2018. I did Tekken and Fighters.
I did Fighters and Injustice 2. So I'm gonna go first.
Alright.
This is the year I went all out. I paid for my stuff. I got the badge. I got the poster. I went ham because I had the GameStop job. I was making some good money. I was hyped as fuck. This is where we got a bigger room this time. Yeah. We were all chilling. I had 1 o'clock pools for Injustice 2, and then 7 o'clock for fucking Fighters, which was dumb as shit. Because that's like the end of the day. I had 6 hours to kill.
Yep.
So your boy gets his fucking pass Friday morning. Well, Friday afternoon. Well, everybody else got their pass Thursday.
Thursday night.
I never get the pass on Thursday. That shit is a wild house. That shit is
not really.
It's Animal City.
No, it's not.
Okay, I don't know. I'm never there. I'm just exaggerating.
I know you are.
Well, the line is busy from 6 a.m. where people are waiting in line to 9 a.m. when they open. Wasn't that it? 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
But people who compete at 8 a.m. pools get to get in early. Right? Was that what it was?
No, it's all 10 a.m. People who have 10 a.m. pools entered early.
Oh, okay. That's it. So, this is the first year I found out that if you have a badge with your custom tag on it, that's a whole separate line.
Yep.
And that line is never full because nobody wants to pay the $15 because they cheap motherfuckers. So me and Akira go get our badges. And while everybody else is going, yo, what the fuck, you're cutting the line? I'm like, nah, bro, custom badge. Man, that shit ain't worth it. While the guy's going, yeah, man, $15 ain't worth it. All right, thank you. Entering number 5,232B. Grab my shit, go in, get a buy first game. Guy never showed up. Round 2, game 2, it is my Green Arrow versus some dude's Harley Quinn. I get zoned the whole time. Never touch the person. So I go Joker. And they went Batman. And I got zoned again.
But they couldn't change characters if they won, though.
No, they changed.
No, like tournament rules. If you win, you cannot change characters.
So I got robbed.
Yes, you did.
Which I guess even mattered because I still wasn't going to get able to touch him anyways. I thought I was really good at the game, but I wasn't.
At least it wasn't like the Super League. That's right.
Son, bro. You want some fuck shit right now. Okay? We're talking about another demise. And then, so I go to losers, and I go against this guy's Blue Beetle. It's that fucking meter stinger thing.
Yeah.
Maybe, I went Scarecrow, touched the guy like twice. Full meter heavy, and that's it. I was like, okay, cool, I'm done. Then I had 6 hours to kill. I didn't do jack shit. I went back up to the room, and I slept until 6. Because my parents are coming to watch me compete in Dragon Ball. I wake up, and my mom calls. I woke up to my mom calling me, letting her know that they were parking at the Mandalay. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to head down now and meet you guys over at the Mandalay. I get up from the bed, and I run straight to the bathroom and throw up. Just nerves hit me so quick.
Pressure, huh?
Oh, dude, major pressure. And I have these lucky headphones right here. These bad boys. my Beats mixer. Shout out to David Guetta. I put that on and I just walked to the Mandalay Bay, just trying to calm myself down. At that time, I was listening to the Suicide Squad soundtrack, "Sucker for Pain," specifically, and "Demons."
Good songs.
The only song that people know on that whole album.
I know both, but okay.
No, but I'm saying like.
Yeah.
Like they got Suicide Squad album. Oh, you mean those 2 songs? Well, it's a 15 song. It's a 15 track list. But yeah, those 2 songs. I had those motherfuckers on repeat while walking over to there, and then I played 1 round. Won the first round, and then I had 3 buys back to back. And my parents were like, "Hey, so when are you gonna play it?" And I was like, "Oh, I won already." And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "The guy never showed up." And my dad goes, "Good shit." Then it happened 2 more times. He goes, "Bro, does anybody play this fucking game?" He's like, "It's been the same 3 people sitting down the whole time." I'm like, "Yeah, well, they won too. I won by default. And then I finally get to play. And it's 1-1, the last character, 15 seconds left. And I whiffed the fuck out of the combo. I was playing Hit, Beerus, and Android 16. And I try to go for the Beerus auto combo, which it slides in, chops him in the back of the neck, he goes, Pacha. I let go of square, and I went for a fucking ball move, the fucking Orbit Destruction. And homeboy was playing Android 18. Got me with the level 3. And to make matters worse, he had Krillin for fun. So he had that nice secret super. And after that, I just couldn't play anymore. Like, cause it always happens where I whip something so simple and I psych myself out for the rest of the match.
So you gotta stop letting that happen, man.
So that was, and then but it's always 1-1 last character. It's always 1-1 last character. So like I can play until it's time to like win, and then my body's like, how do you play game again? Which ones jump? So I ended up in losers quarter, out of pools, fucking drowned, and then I went to go walk around and spent all my money on my kid sister, and that was honestly just like the worst part because it fucking sucked. How did yours go?
So Tekken 7, I just went straight 0-2.
Ooh.
Lost the first game in winners, lost the first game in losers, so I was just out right away. I always try and go Steve for just to gauge, then switch to Claudio and just go all out. So that's pretty much, that was my demise right there. Fighters was a different scenario. So usually my pick are usually Bardock, Goku Black, and Vegito. However, I accidentally selected Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan Goku. So, played against a kid, forgot what his team was. Won the match. However,
Now you stuck with him.
I beat him both times with those characters. So I went 2-0 on him.
However,
when I went to play other people, I got rushed down to the beatdown and did not take out a single character. So I was like, this ain't for me no more.
you got show food to beat down.
Pretty much. After that,
Just saying it, Chief.
Yeah, after that, walked around, played a little Smash.
Yeah, because they're presenting Smash at the time.
Actually, no, that was 2019. You know, yeah.
Yeah, you did the Windjammers tournament that year.
did the Windjammer tournament that year, and that was it. I didn't do the new one next year.
No.
No.
Yeah, you did the Windjammer tournament because you bought the game that night, that Thursday night.
Yeah. Was it Thursday night? I think it was Friday night.
Oh, Friday night. Yeah, Friday night you bought it. You signed up for it.
Yeah.
Thursday night. No, Friday night. Friday.
Free day.
The day of the fry, you bought Windjammers after you signed up for it because Xavier Woods was hosting the tournament.
He wasn't hosting. He was just being a part of it.
Oh, okay. Which tournament did he host that year?
He didn't host any.
Wasn't it Puzzle Fighter? Or he was in Puzzle Fighter as well?
He joined Puzzle Fighters too.
This motherfucker just don't host nothing, huh? He's just there?
He's just there.
Trash.
So yeah, pretty much all my years considered playing or meeting Xavier Woods, to be honest.
So TLDR, he loses in his games, then he goes hangs out with Xavier all day.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Because I just meet him for one day and just let him be.
He goes, "Hi, Xavier."
Remember me.
Hi, Sombra. Hi, Xavier.
Hi, Xavier.
I wait for him to go, "Hey, you want to hang out or something?" Nah, you good.
You good.
20 minutes later. Hi, Xavier. Motherfucker.
Then I'll let you tell Saturday's story. Because I hate telling the story. Show!
So, before we talk about Saturday's story, we have to go back to Friday night. Friday night, Sombra goes and sets up his little TV and his PlayStation in the corner of the room, while me and the homie Josh are cracking open some Bud Light Limon, getting swifty for no reason. We're the only ones drinking.
Yep.
Akira's been passed out since 7 because he needed to be up at the next morning to go help out the hitbox booth. Again. Or which just yeah, it was hitbox.
Yeah. Because that's the only thing he goes to. It's just hitbox.
It's like his little side job.
Right. Side job not getting paid for.
No, remember he got the free hitbox that year.
Not getting paid for.
Fuck you. So what ended up happening was Summer sets up his shit and he goes, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some dinner." Coming back with some Popeyes. Load that chicken for Popeyes. He had his biscuit, he had his drink, and he had his 2-piece.
Yep.
And he sat there and he just played Windjammers until he was tired. While me, Josh, were getting drunk, playing Melee on a laptop on a flat screen. And all I remember is being woken up, shooketh, from Sombra, going, "Hey man, have you seen my wallet?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He goes, "Joe, have you seen my wallet?" And I was like, "No." And he goes,
Shit.
"Shit. Somebody must have took it." And I'm like, "Who the fuck would take your wallet?" And then he immediately, and once again, you guys don't know the story. He wasn't accusing you guys, but he looked down at where Brandon and Tony were sleeping and was like, "Wake up, where's my wallet?" And mind you, they just got into the room like maybe 2 hours beforehand because they were in other hotels playing Street Fighter and Melee. So like pretty much we were their Airbnb at the point. Like they hardly hung out with us, and except for dinner. So he's panicking. He's
barely that, but
yeah. He's panicking. He's looking around trying to figure shit out, and we tore the whole hotel room apart looking for this motherfucking wallet. Now we have Tony and Brandon freaking out because he's like, "Guys, just tell me where the wallet is." And they're like, "We don't know where the wallet is." And I'm like, "Bro, they just got in. Like, they were sleeping. They were nowhere near you." And I'm like, "Where was the last place you had it?" He's like, "I remember buying dinner with it." And I was like, "All right, well, why don't you go over there and see if maybe they left your wallet or something? Like, just retrace your steps." So he grabs a key card, all pissed off, and fucking.
I wasn't pissed off. I was just trying to rush.
No, you were annoyed. You were annoyed.
Yeah.
He was annoyed because he had shit to do that morning. And I get it. So he goes over there. Like 20 minutes later, we get a fucking message in the group chat. Hey guys, I found my wallet. I left it at Popeyes. Everybody in the fucking room just goes, what the fuck? And we were so pissed because he startled all of us. We couldn't go back to bed. Like, we couldn't.
You act like I did this shit on purpose, too.
No, but you pulled a bitch move and scared us and started accusing us that we were fucking with you. You did that.
When have you not fucked with me, though?
True. But that was just not a good way to start a morning. We start fucking with you like midday. Because we're all groggy. We're all gamers. We don't like the morning. We don't fuck with mornings. Our mornings is 4 p.m. So you woke up when Jesus was still awake. We don't do that shit. Okay? And I think
y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
but the point is that you startled us in our sleep. Okay? We never fucked with you in your sleep. We fucked with Miguel in his sleep. But that's it.
But that was only that one time. I wasn't even there.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, we don't fuck with homies in their sleep. That's fucked up. But nah. You were like, where's my wallet? And we're like, what the fuck? That's why we were pissed. So, later on that day, he comes back and he leaves his wallet on the table.
No, I don't.
No. He took a picture of the wallet and sent it to the group chat. So I downloaded a fucking photo editing app, took that photo of the wallet, did the worst fucking like white crop ever, and took a picture of the table and then placed the wallet on the table. I'm like, hey bro, we found your wallet. And for the whole day, just in random times throughout the hours, you just get a ping from the messenger and go, hey man, I found your wallet. To the point where he did not talk to us until family dinner that night. And he was still pissed at us. And we all found that to be the most hysterical thing in the world. And I swear to God, if this was like a school, Somber was so mad that I thought he was going to shoot all of us. Because he's never been...
If it didn't happen that later that year, I would have been the first Vegas shooter.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. So...
That sets up for next year.
Yeah. But throughout that Saturday for me, it was really good. And that was because I got to TO the Ultra Street Fighter 4 Revival Tournament at EVO.
That's where you met Punk.
And I met Punk. I met Tokido. I met Broly Legs. I met Knuckle Dew. I met Ally Joe. And I met Equinox Francie. And met all these cool people. And I got autographs. I got an autograph from Mango, the GOATs, for Melee, because that was Melee's last year at EVO.
Yeah.
Fuck, I had to sell the controller. Fuck.
You don't have to.
I did.
Oh, that's what you did.
Yeah. That was the fucking... You know what? We're not talking about that. Because it seems every year that I've had money and I've competed, I spent almost $300 on a controller. I'm doing it again this year.
Yeah, because you did last year too.
Yeah, I get the Dragon Ball Z one. Put it right here. I got to meet the people that I watch compete every night when I couldn't sleep, and I just watch Street Fighter videos, and I watch Punk and Smug do their thing.
Yeah. And
Smug is the coolest person in the world, and he's friends with my buddy Chakotay, which shout out to El Chakotay. Hopefully he gets sponsored again this year. I got to make those jokes with him that I made jokes with on stream in IRL. And it was so dope. And I still love the Street Fighter Revival community, even though they're cancerous as shit.
Same can be said for Melee.
Nah, I don't fuck with AZ Melee. Or AZ Smash. Or Phoenix FGC. Shout out to Tucson FGC, though. And now that brings us to last year.
2019.
Last year, I think, was the best year for all of us. The most chill year.
Oh, yeah.
The most family-friendly year. We like none of us really pissed each other off until Sunday. And that was because of Max a Million. Dude.
So why did he piss you off?
Because Tyler was so hyped to see him.
Oh, yeah.
And I bumped into that motherfucker 4 times last year. I personally, with Tyler, every time bumped into Max. And Tyler's like, "Yo, Joe, it's Max. Yo, Joe, it's Max."
So later that Saturday night, I showed Tyler and Dre Max, and they both took a picture with him and Kenny. So, and I think Steve too. But
Yeah, Steve was there.
Yeah.
So the ride was good. So this year it was Akira, Sombra, my boy Tyler, and our boy Dre. I entered in just fighters last year. I was not playing any other game. Wasn't playing Smash, even though I brought my Smash controller just in case. Wasn't playing Tekken because I was on a fuck Tekken spree that year.
Yeah, you were.
All because of you.
Yep.
But fuck Street Fighter. We all agree on that. I was not ready for Mortal Kombat at all. I didn't have a main last year. So I was just straight up into fighters, and I got into losers semifinals. And that was with Sombra with me, and that's when I fucking whiffed that thing with Chaozu. I would have won that game, but we're not on that. We had jerseys that year.
We did.
That was hype as fuck. Which we'll be getting jerseys again this year. Photos to be shown later. We're getting a whole new rebranding, refacing, like we do every year. We just try to kind of mix things up. And nothing crazy. Oh, I lied. Something crazy did happen. That Friday, I got to meet Justin Wong.
Nice.
I got to meet JDCR. Saw Sonic Fox again.
Saw me, saw Sonic Fox, saw GDCR.
I finally got to like shake hands with Tweak, even though me and Tweak have been Facebook friends since Smash 4's like beginning, because he's an AZ native. I got to meet a whole bunch of artists that I met the 2 years that they still remember me.
Yeah.
I bought another controller. I got really drunk. We had the bottle of Hornitos.
You guys had.
You don't fucking chill with the boys, bro. We had, what else did we have? We had a lot of pizza and a lot of Nathan's.
I had a lot of chicken strips.
Chicken strips.
Strips. And chicken and waffles. Bomb shit.
I got to meet a lot of other like developers. That was dope. What else happened? Not that much drama happened, really.
There was no drama.
Yeah, there was no drama. It was just bros being bros at some point.
I know you and Dre were having like a fucking, what was it, argument about playing rival schools and shit.
Yeah, because, I don't even get into that, because that was a petty argument. But you know what I didn't bring up from the year beforehand, which was the only finals that I ever went to, was the fact that you and Akira both left me for your homies. And I ended up leaving to go chill with Josh, and that's when Josh won the $2,000.
Yeah, that's right.
So, my homeboys leave me for their fuck friends.
Oh, fuck you.
Alright? Because they're like, "Oh no, we hung out all weekend together. I'm gonna go say hi to my friends." And then I'm over here like a fucking dumbass, just like, "Oh, this looks nice." Okay. My neck hurting and shit.
Okay.
But honestly, the only real like hype part is when they announced Negan, because then I started crying because I love me some Negan. I was a really big Walking Dead fan at the time. I don't give a fuck about them now, but I was a really big Negan fan.
I think that's most Walking Dead fans now.
Facts. But then that's when they announced base form Goku and base form Vegeta, the same day drop.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah! And that's what I used last year was base form Goku. And then GT Goku came out like immediately after the fact. I was like, yeah, cool, bye, base from Goku.
Then they announced Gogeta and Broly from Super.
Yep. That was last year.
Yeah.
But then yeah, like this is so.
And also Janemba.
Yeah. They didn't announce Janemba until.
No, Janemba was the first one, dude.
No, it wasn't.
It was Kid Goku.
It was Jiren and Videl.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
It was Jiren and Videl, and people were saying, "Why the fuck Videl?"
Yeah.
And then that's when they did the Great Saiyan Man combo.
Yeah.
And then they announced Jiren and Videl coming out later on that week.
Right.
And then they announced Gogeta and Broly at the end, but there was still two mystery slots.
That's right.
And then that's when like GT Goku came out, and then they're like, okay, GT Goku's coming out by himself. Who's the last character? And then that's when Microsoft leaked that it was Janemba, and they were like, oh fuck yeah, it's Janemba. But other than that, like it was a really chill year. It was a lot of fun. I got to schmooze with the Hitbox guys along with Akira. Other than that, like I think that was my best performance yet. But you said that your better performance was.
So I only did Tekken 7.
We both only entered one game.
Yeah, I went loser semis.
So we're both loser semi boys.
Then only because like he had people coaching in the background, which pissed me off.
That's right. You did the coaching Jones.
But
which you could have.
I'm not gonna bring up a whole bitch fit about it.
But you could have though.
I could have.
Okay.
Don't
be that guy, bro. Don't be that guy. It's just Evo. Yeah, it's Evo. Fuck you mean?
Then later on, just walked around, saw a huge ass wrestling ring in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Saw it was Gang Beasts.
Gang.
So me versus about 29 other people.
That's right, because they connected the shit together, right?
Yeah, and I won the whole thing. Then they did like another tournament for people who won.
And you placed like what, 8th you said?
Yeah, I was like in
top 10.
Top 10, which is not that bad.
He said running around going, the champ is here, and I'm like, yo, shut up.
Then pretty much just chilled and walked around. Played against Austin Creed again.
That's right, and in Tekken...
So first it was Mortal Kombat 11.
You were Jax.
I was Jax, he was Kano.
Ew, he's a fucking Kano main?
Yeah.
Did he fucking... the whole time? Okay.
He was good with the mix-ups, with the 50-50s.
Okay.
So he had me the first round, I got him the second round. I pretty much mercied him, even though I could have gone for the win.
Because you're a dick.
I just play to play.
He said the longer I get to spend time with Austin, the better.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Hi, Xavier.
Hi, Xavier.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. You want to play some games?
Then he mercied me as a sign of respect. Then he beat me.
Get decked on.
Then later, he switched to Tekken 7. I forgot what he played. But I was Steve, beat him.
He was king. He always goes king.
No, not for the first one. He went king second. So I beat him first round. He went king
probably
second.
Went Bob.
Nah. Let's see. Went Steve, beat him once. He went king, he beat me. I went to Claudio, I beat him. So
would you say that you dicked on him more than he dicked on Paige?
We're not bringing this up. We're not bringing this up. Why do you do this, Joe? Why do you do this?
Was it going to cost you his career?
No.
That was a major dickage. Just
edit this shit out.
But Claudio just... he does the pullback and the shit glows. And he goes...
But anyways, Well, that's it, everybody.
No. So after you played with Austin, the third year in a row, hanging out with your best friend, what did we do? Nothing, because we kept sneaking Dre into things.
Yeah.
So that was the only downfall, or the downside of last year's Evo. Was that we constantly argued about who was going to give Dre a badge to play anything.
Right.
And then...
Hey, this time Dre can actually afford his badge.
And also afford to eat.
Right.
Because that's what we argued about the most, which was who was going to feed Dre and who was going to let Dre play.
Yeah. He
ended up hopping the turnstile from the exit side of the Luxor Hotel Casino Buffet and ate the most out of all of us and was the first one to leave.
Yep.
On some hood nigga shit. But yeah, other than that, though, it was chill. So, now, with the 3 games that you're playing in this year, who are you going to main and why?
So, for Tekken 7, we think I'll switch between Leroy or Claudio. Claudio's still going to be my number 1. But I think I might use Leroy to gauge instead of Steve.
Okay.
Smash, that's a toughie. Because my Greninja can be on point, but I haven't been playing him for a bit, so I'm kind of rustic. But I've also been playing more of a Incineroar or Lucario.
Alright, that's some furry shit, alright?
Shut up.
Ooh.
For Grand Blue Versus, I can't say.
Yeah. In March, we'll figure out that, and we'll come back to that in this part. Alright.
Unless I want to create a Japanese account, just buy it from there.
Chinese.
No, they have it in Japanese too. The Japanese can have English subtitles from the text.
Oh, well, I know Chinese is out right now, and you can buy it. But you have to buy it from Play Asia, pay double the price to get the code to play right now.
No.
For Tekken, I'm going Hwoarang and Leroy. Leroy, so everybody's all because like Leroy's broken and shit.
Yes.
I've wanted to play Leroy since he was announced because he reminds me of an old like Brooklyn crackhead in the street doing some Tai Chi. And that was for some shit that I grew up on.
He's old man Jaden Smith from Karate Kid.
Shit. He is the Pigeon Man, who everybody in the Wu-Tang Saga talked about, and that's where they learned, and that's where they got all their bootleg kung fu DVDs. And he called them all little niggas. Like, hey, little nigga, I got this new kung fu movie. Hey, you ever heard of the 5 deadly venoms? Well, this is the 4 deadly crackheads. And it's him in 3 different outfits and 1 shoe.
Wow.
But anytime I play Leroy, I only listen to Wu-Tang Clan's Protect Your Neck. And I go ham. And I've been trying to do combos based off of the beats in the song. But if I become deaf, that won't happen. So I might lose. So I might as well go Hwoarang because then I could just spam circle and win. Don't tell nobody my shit.
Too bad it's already on the podcast.
Fuck. Dragon Ball FighterZ. I always keep hit and 16 in my repertoire. But depending on what the other opponent is picking, I always keep hit for some reason instead of just keeping 16 at all times. But I'm going hit Gogeta in 16, hit Goku GT in 16, or one time I went 16 base form Goku GT Goku.
That's weird.
And it was literally push back and dunk because Goku has his Aura Blast.
Yeah.
So bounce back, go into 16, dunk 1, 2, 3 every time. I don't know why. But if anything, I'm still going to go GT Goku hit in 16. And in Grand Blue, I'm going random. But if anything...
Is that Leo?
You know what I'll do? I'll do like the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 style. But if anything, I'm going the Lolly Princess with the giant ass sword.
Okay.
Because
Sure.
I've been watching JDCR play. and he's already made 4 people rage quit online. And I played her more, her and Gran. But Gran was already going to be patched because he had some unblockables that weren't supposed to be unblockable. And
I know you're going to see a lot of Percivals in that game, so just be ready for that.
yeah, fuck. Morgan needs a doubles partner. And he asked me if I wanted to do the Young Link Donkey Kong with him like what we did back in the day. But I probably won't. Because I don't even have a Pro Controller nor a GameCube controller anymore. And I'm not spending money to buy one just to not play.
That's all the GameCube. They have 2 GameCube controllers, so.
But do they have the plastic on the analog sticks? The rubber, I mean.
I can check.
Probably don't. I just knowing you, they don't. Out of respect, I know that they don't. Because you bite onto shit.
Not on the fucking nose.
You're a nibbler.
No, I'm not.
You Broly leg's the Broly leg, okay?
I didn't put a hit on Bruins, okay?
But yeah, that's. I think that's where we can wrap up this podcast. We have been going on for.
Actually, we haven't even talked our biggest surprises about the whole lineup. We've just been talking about more of our Evo Pass.
Oh shit! Okay.
So, what are you surprised about in this?
Oh yeah.
Roster lineup.
I'm surprised that they kept Soul Calibur.
Really?
Because Soul
Calibur type of shit.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You just haven't been hitting the right crowds.
No. I watched Japan, Evo Japan. That Grand Finals was trash. That Voldo was trash.
I didn't watch Evo Japan.
Okay, and then last year, it was what, a maxi play that won, right?
No, it was Voldo versus Mitsurugi for.
And Voldo won again. Voldo has won both years. Or both Evos.
Because I think it's the same person that did it, that's why.
Which makes it even worse. Because it's not Sonic Fox. If you're not playing rock, paper, scissors for the last game, is it really Evo?
Why are you bringing this up?
No, it's just, as a Maxi main, I know how hyped the game can get.
Oh, yeah.
But when you have trash-ass people like Nightmare mains and Voldo mains, it's the same shit every time. And you have to agree.
Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah. So why hype it up and give it any notoriety when you have amazing other games like Dead or Alive?
You know why?
Or Guilty Gear.
For DLC surprises.
But nobody cared for the last, for Rosie and whatever. Nobody cared for them. They shouldn't have even played. Sophia?
Sophia was already in the game. It was Cassandra
and Rose.
2B.
No. I'm talking about after Evo, they announced
2B.
No, because 2B was already out. It was they announced Rose and Cassandra.
It wasn't Rose, it was Amy.
Amy and I think Amy Rose. Amy and Cassandra.
Some furry shit.
Woo. That's what they were hyping up for the season pass.
But now they have Horomaru.
Howawada?
Horomaru.
Who that? Let me check my phone. Who that? Soul Calibur SC VI
from Samurai Showdown.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Longsword Goku.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Long dick style. And who else? That's it?
No, sorry. So Cassandra was season 2. Never mind.
Cassandra and Horomaru, yeah. It was Amy, 2B, the fucking girl that was like Harley Quinn, and Terra, and then Superman.
Superman?
Yeah, because Superman plays Geralt.
But that's not DLC though.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hilda.
Huh?
Hilda,
there we go. So yeah, trash. Game is trash. The people are trash, and Voldo's trash. But I
disagree with everything except for Voldo.
I was not surprised that Mortal Kombat didn't make it, and that was because Grand Finals was boring. It was lackluster.
Well, it's on a Saturday too, so.
Okay, but besides that,
just after that was Eunice. After that,
Son of Fox fighting another. Was it Centurion? Century. What's her name? The Elemental girl.
You're talking about Talon?
No. Talking about Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat. Oh.
Son of Fox versus Centurion or
Centurion.
Centurion. Same thing that was at CEO. Same thing was at Japan Evo. More Centurion mains than anything.
Yeah.
So and it was just boring.
Then the buffs and nerfs came out.
Horrible buffs and nerfs. Shout out to Joker's 17-frame grab window. It just proved that NetherRealm wanted to make it too competitive, to the point where people complained about every little thing.
Yeah.
So what about you? What were you surprised about, and what were you not surprised about? And that's how we're gonna end the podcast off. I'm just kidding.
Right. To be honest, I was hoping for another KOF game, but I'm not too downfall about Samurai Shodown.
I wanted. Yeah, we gotta have Teppen. Competitive Teppen.
Yeah.
Teppen time. Teppen tag.
These cards are banned, you cannot use these ones.
Just like all of them?
Exactly.
So, what else?
I feel sorry for Tyler trying to go for Mortal Kombat 11 just right up.
Yeah,
Nah.
but he's gonna partake in Dragon Ball Fighters with me, and I'm happy about that. That's all a homie can wish for. I need another Dragon Ball Fighters hype guy with me, because you gave up on it because you're trash.
I'm sorry. How come you never went to my any tournaments, huh?
We talked about this.
Nah, fuck that.
No, seriously, we talked about this. I was too drunk to wake up early in the morning to watch your shit.
You did that to yourself.
You did that to yourself for not wanting to partake with the boys the night before.
No, because I had to participate in the tournament.
That you paid for.
Exactly.
And let's, if we really want to get into that, let's be honest. If one of us didn't drag you to one of ours, you did your own thing until you went back into the room. For the past 3 years, you compete by yourself, and then we have to find you somewhere.
Vice versa.
Lies, because I'm always in the same spot. After I compete, I'm back in the room.
Not always.
Well, when I have money, I go buy something, then I go right back into the room. And I only gamble on that Saturday night. But I get extremely shit-faced in the room to save myself from not being out there drunk. Yes or no? Because I don't know if you want a naked-ass DJ PRS walking around in the streets of Vegas getting arrested. PP out and everything.
I could just drive your car home, just leave it in Vegas.
Oh, shit. Like how Josh wanted to do after he won the $2,000?
Yep.
He's like, I was going to let you guys go. I was going to stay another night.
And his little Tinder date.
Holy shit.
Anyways.
But this time, because I have the liver problems and shit, I'm not going to drink as hard. Still going to celebrate with the boys. And now that you got the fucking Midori, you have to do it now.
I'll do a shot with you guys with the Midori.
Just a shot?
A shot.
No, we have to kill the bottle. Tradition. We have to drink the NyQuil to completion. If we don't take our medication fully, we can never get better.
I'll do it after on Saturday night. How's that?
Okay, fine, deal.
After that, we can go to fucking finals drunk as shit.
But I think Smash is going to be, if we're really done about it, I think, oh no, because the closer that we, the earlier that we register, the higher chance that we get morning pools.
No?
No, never mind. talking dumb.
Because it's always
random.
Yeah.
It's random until like the week before.
Yep.
I remember my pools changed 4 times. When I was in Justice, I had Punk twice in my pools. And then he was just gone. And I was like, yeah.
I had Perfect Legend, then it got changed out.
You should have done
I had
you should have just changed it 15.
I had Judong in my pool.
Hit with the 15-0. 15-0. 15-0. But no, we're all gonna support each other if the time slots allow us.
Right.
Just fuck if you're the only one who has morning pools again, I'm gonna be pissed. And
I've always had morning pools except for Tekken 7.
Yeah, and we don't support Akira because we don't want to be around him with his fucking mask. And then he ends up leaving us for the hitbox. We know where he is at all times.
Then yeah, he never really shows up for our stuff anyways.
Because he's at the hitbox with it. He competes and then he stays at the whole time. He works. But it's okay because remember, we came to the conclusion that what he's trying to do is
trying to build a sponsorship.
And that's completely fine. We're not gonna clown on his hustle. Mind you, we're going on the 4th year and we still haven't done anything. But the more that we keep pursuing and pressuring him to do it, he'll maybe speak up and go, "Hey, I want to be sponsored."
Well, let's put like this on a final note about your hearing.
Okay, yeah. Let's go back to that.
If you don't want to compete, that's fine. But at least keep joining us for Evo. You know?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's right.
I'm gonna be depressed as shit going, but all y'all motherfuckers better learn sign language.
I'll just type in memo.
We're literally gonna be that group of friends that only text each other.
Yeah.
While y'all talk shit.
While Dre tries to call you.
Hello? And with that, guys, we're going to end off our first podcast, going on almost 2 hours. We're looking at an hour and 40-something minutes.
It's about an hour and 30.
Hour 30?
Yeah.
So a nice good hour and a half, around the same time as like most podcasts are. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't forget to type them down below. Share this with your friends who do support Weapon of Choice Gaming since the get-go, because we love you guys as much as you love us. Pause. I'm DJ PRS.
I'm Sombra.
And I will catch y'all motherfuckers in the next podcast.
Peace.
Deuces.
お前はもう死んでいる。